We are live on the campus of Mattie T. Blount High School to witness an event years in the making. Tonight, the Williamson Lady Lions will battle the Blount Lady Leopards in the first ever women's high school basketball game broadcast over our airwaves. The crowd is ready, the lights are on, and the time is now for the round ball to take center stage. Hoop action is headed your way for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Al Whedon, along with the legendary Coach Ronnie Arrow. Coach, history is about to be made tonight in the Leopards' Den.
Two great rivalries. I know you've been in this town longer than I have. There's been many players, many parents, many coaches that have been waiting for this night. I personally would like to thank the MCPSS for putting all this together. I can't tell you how many phone calls, emails, text messages. Is it really happening? And yes, it is, and there's more to come.
Coach, it is really going down tonight. We are live here inside the Leopards' Den. Not only is it basketball, it is girls basketball kicking us off. So let's get to that starting lineup for tonight. Who do we have on the floor? Let's take a look at the lineup that we have headed your way here for this ball game, which is going to be real big. Coach, you just talked about it. It is rivalry starting for the Williamson Lions. Tania Smith, also Tamila Allen, Janika Austin, Natalie Harris-Hickbottom, and Shadonia Johnson. And for the Leopards tonight, they're starting Micaiah Wilder, Zakiria Ross, Amiria Richard, Lauren Holden, and Logan Perriman. As we get things ready here for the tip-off, Coach, this is going to be a very exciting night tonight.
Well, there's no question about it. And when you look at these teams and when they're getting ready to tip off right now, they mirror one another. It's going to be up-tempo. It's going to be physical. Both teams like to press half court and full court. Buckle up. It's going to be a pressure-packed game.
And here we are, history in the making, as we're getting started off here inside of the Leopards' Den. Ball goes out. It's going to stay with the Williamson Lady Lions. There's us right there on TV right there, Coach.
There we
Take
are.
a look at it. So
we made the big time.
Smile for the camera. There
we
you go.
made the big time.
But we are excited to have you joining us here for this broadcast tonight of high school basketball. As we get this thing set up here tonight, Williamson coming in averaging 44 points a game, giving up 29 points on defense. And the Lions currently on a 5-game winning streak. Defeated LaFleur Saturday night 35-34.
I'm looking forward to this game. I've seen both of these teams play earlier, and both of them will get up in your face, and whether it be full court or half court.
Getting that ball inside to Logan Perriman.
Do that.
Perriman's shot no good.
Logan can go inside or outside. She's the go-to person. She's got to have a big game tonight.
We're going to be calling her name a lot tonight. You're right about that, Coach.
Now, Blount's in their 2-3 press, half-court press. They like to trap on the wings. We're going to see they better keep the ball from the wings or they're going to get trapped.
Williamson will be looking to get that ball to Johnson down low as that three goes in for Maya Allen. Just the first points on the board for the Lady Lions.
And she won't hesitate. She'll pull that thing in a heartbeat.
Williamson in that 2-3 defense right now, putting pressure on the Leopards as they're working the ball across the court.
Around.
And I believe we may have our first foul of the game, Coach.
Richard is going to be the other one besides Perriman that is going to have the ball in their hands. Those two individuals have got to have a good game tonight. A 2-3 zone. Now, Williamson doesn't look like they're going to trap out of it like Blount's going to. That ball goes to the wing with Blount. They're going to trap that thing.
Maya Allen picks up her first foul on that call.
Al, both these teams love to go inside. It's not just pass around the horn. They'll go inside when they get a chance to.
Blount averages about 46 points on offense as well.
That's where they want the ball, right?
You talked about it, Coach, them mirroring each other as they get their first on the points on the board. There's Perriman scoring.
And she's 5'11". Is it nice to say, lady players, that they're a beast?
Yeah, you can say that.
She's a beast.
Averaging 13.5 points a game.
She goes inside out. She can guard a point guard. She can guard inside.
There's a three from the Lions. No good on the fast break. Blount coming across the timeline here.
Now the counter to Perriman is Shadona Johnson. She wants the ball inside too. She won't go outside.
Perriman hits again right there from the top of the key. I had a chance to PA the ball game for Williamson and LaFleur this past Saturday, and I could see the dominance down low that Johnson can display for the Lions. So I do understand where you're coming from. Turnover on the play. Leopards have the ball back.
I'm going to make a prediction. The ones with the fewest turnovers in this game is going to win this game because there's going to be pressure on both sides. I saw Perriman get 19 points and 15 rebounds against Baker 2 weeks ago.
Working that ball over. Holder cannot get it in. Turnover on the play. Ball back to the Lions. Checking in for the Lions, number 5, Amiria Richard. She'll be coming in.
And she's another one that is really good. If it's not in Perriman's hands, they want the ball in Richard's hands. I see. Well, they didn't go over and trap that time.
Working it across the floor.
It's not hard to see the coach's daughter, Micaiah. She got pink hair.
She has the pink hair.
She
was just fouled on that play, as a matter of fact.
I'm gonna tell you what, she is a little gnat. She's all over the gymnasium.
Janika Austin picks up her first foul. Talking about Coach Wilder's daughter, 5'2", she's the junior. And she got called on traveling right there. Coach, we got to stop talking about her. We're putting the pressure on.
Yeah, I guess so. One of the things about Blount, 10 of their 14 players are juniors.
Right.
So they're still relatively new to one another, but not that new. It's time for them to step up and become the players everybody wants them to be.
Coach Edmund Wilder in his third year here at Blount as they work that ball across the floor.
She's a little nervous.
Turnover on the play.
Yeah, she's a little bit nervous. They've got to simmer down. There can't be now. One of the good things about Blount, they average almost 25 rebounds a game. When they shoot it, they go get it, but they also will turn that ball over. If it gets down to the end of the game, they haven't been real good free throw shooters. They're only shooting around 61% from the free throw line. Defense
putting pressure on the Lions. Turnover right there. Breaking away, trying to go in and score. Oh, and count the basket for Zykeria Ross.
She tried to do a Euro and got bumped, and it still went in. Good for her.
And we have our first timeout of the contest called by the Williamson coaching staff right there. Coach Tanika Roberson-Holly in her coach. She told me, I couldn't believe it. I had to double take. She's in her 22nd season here at Williamson. Has an overall record of 225 and 297 for a 431 winning percentage. There's a shot of her right there. She doesn't look like she's been coaching 22 years.
Yeah, she stays young as a coach. She's going to coach for a long time.
She sure is. So, and she told me this is the only coaching job she has ever had. So, excited to be calling this contest tonight. Al Weed and Coach Ronnie Arrow here for the MCPSS high school basketball game.
She went to South Alabama.
Sure did.
She went to LaFleur, so she's homegrown.
That means she's got good genes, Coach.
Good genes. There you go. Everything from Mobile.
Out of the timeout, the Lady Lions down 3 here to Blount.
There they go. First quarter. Now they're going to get them. I would keep that ball off the wings.
Swinging it over. And we have a turnover once again.
Perriman.
Blount steals that ball.
Perriman is all over the gym. I love that girl.
And you talked about it, Coach. Whoever has the least amount of turnovers probably is going to win the game tonight. The ball is saved, still in bounds, but Williamson comes up with it. Great crowd here tonight at Mattie T. Blount High School.
Oh, this rivalry is something. This is a great game to have our first game with.
And it is an out-of-area game. Blount is a 6A school. Williamson is 4A, but you would never notice it. And as the night goes on, you're going to notice the crowd is going to increase as the time goes by.
And they got the air conditioning on. They're anticipating a very large crowd.
I was talking with Principal Woods about that earlier. I said, man, this is like going to church on Sunday. You cut the air on Saturday night to get ready for the big crowd.
I might be putting my jacket back on. But this is great. This is what this town needs, this atmosphere for basketball. I can't tell you how much this is appreciated by everybody that plays basketball and watches basketball.
That's a 3 put up by the Leopards. Denia Torrey checks it to the ball game. She grabs the rebound, swings it back over to Torrey. Torrey, a guard, 5'1" sophomore. They're trying to work it down low against that defense from the Lions. That is a 3, no good. Blount grabs another rebound, coach. Driving inside for the Leopards. And there's Shadanya Johnson wiping the glass clean for the Lady Lions.
Zakaria Ross had shot that shot out there. Oh, nice shot.
Fouled
nice
on the
shot.
play. Count the basket for Natalie Harris Hickbottom.
They're driving to the hole. But down at the other end when Zakaria Ross shot that, I call her downtown shooter, she has no conscience. When she gets past midcourt, she's in radar.
That foul committed by Lauren Holder of Blount. That's going to place Hickbottom on the line. Shooting one shot for continuation. Hickbottom averages 5.2 points per game.
Nice form.
And
Took her time. Very nice form. You know, if anybody takes wild shots, if they miss the gymnasium, that's like a turnover. If you're open, you got to put the ball in the hole. There's a difference between a shot and a good shot.
Foul called on Tanaya Smith of Williamson.
That's Logan's spot. She'll pop to the high post where she likes to get it there.
Dropping it down low to Trinity Crawford. Shot blocked by Johnson. Johnson averages about 2.4 blocks a contest.
That's a long pass to try and hit a wing when they know they're going to get trapped.
And it was, Coach, and a foul ended up being committed by the Lady Leopards on Zakaria Ross.
They were lucky because that ball was going out of bounds.
It was actually going out. Unfortunately, she committed the foul.
That pass might have wound up on Lock Road. I'm not sure.
Long three
nice,
right there
nice.
from Tamaya My Allen as she sinks it.
And here comes the pressure. Here comes the pressure.
We have a stoppage in play right there. Coach Wilder and one of his players disagreeing. So we have a 30-second timeout here on the floor on the campus of Blount High School. Al Whedon, Coach Ronnie Arrow, our first broadcast ever of high school basketball, but most importantly for girls basketball. Coach, this is really huge. You say your phone's been blowing up like for a week and a half.
I mean, parents are so proud, and little kids get to see this on TV, or they might be here in the stands, and it gives them something to play for as they come up. Now, I'm going to be on TV when I get to be in high school.
There you go. There you go.
It's just good all over.
Team fouls right now. Williamson with 3 and Blount with 2.
Oh, man.
That ball goes off the foot of Torrey. She is disappointed. Williamson sitting in a prime spot right here to get a bucket, up by 3.
They've got to take care. Both bunches have got to take care of the ball. I mean, if there's any doubt, then don't put yourself in jeopardy.
So Danya Johnson right there at the elbow, swings it back out to Smith. They're looking for another 3.
Boom. I tell you what, that was right on target.
Johnson with the rebound down low. Blount grabs the rebound.
Tell you what, they might be girls, but they're going to battle.
Definitely are. Two well-coached two well-coached teams tonight here. That's a 3. No good for the Leopards.
Start hitting the threes, or they got it in. They got to get it into Logan, either inside or outside. She's got it. She started out really good, and now she's not getting any touches. They're starting to bomb from outside. Perryman's got to have the ball.
Denia Torrey picks up the foul, and another foul committed here by the Leopards down low on Shadanya Johnson.
Now that's who they want to go to. That's the Perryman for Williamson. They're going to go to her. And I tell you what, it's a compliment to both these bunches. They're going to get the ball inside. A lot of times now on the men's side and girls' side, all they're going to do is penetrate and pitch and hit the threes. These two teams, they will get the ball inside and then go outside.
Don't know if that foul was committed by Smith or by Robin Fuller. We'll try to check it. I mean, sorry, Ulethea Purdue is checked in.
I'm really surprised because Blount is averaging almost 24 rebounds a game, and right now I would say they're getting out rebounded on the boards. This thing's going to get heated after a while. This is too big of a rivalry.
It is ball tipped. Turnover on the play.
And then a crazy foul.
Quick foul committed right there.
Yeah. You know, if you're a player, you're going to get good, hard fouls that you deserve. But you can't get crazy fouls like that by reaching.
Yeah, Denia Torrey, that's her second one, so
yeah,
she's in foul trouble early.
Up on the bench. Then kids wonder why they're on the bench. See, right there, outside to inside, very nice play, well coached.
Down low to Shadanya Johnson.
Tell you, this is a bucket that is well needed by Blount. They can't let 2 or 3, 4 more points go by. They've got to get the ball into Perriman inside.
Leopards on a 2-game losing streak, lost at UMS Wright last week and Baldwin County this past Friday, 54-39. Foul committed right there in front of us here on the sideline. Let's see who they're going to attribute it to. That'll go against Tanaya Smith. I believe that's her second one, Coach.
Yes. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of fouls. There's going to be a lot of turnovers. Again, I'm going to make the prediction. The ones with the fewest turnovers is going to win this game. And it might be 30-29.
We're gonna let you track the turnovers, Coach.
No.
I'm tracking fouls.
I'm going to go get some water.
I heard the hospitality room was looking pretty nice before the ball game as well.
Yeah, Blount taking care of us.
Thanks to the 5 o'clock traffic, I wasn't able to make it in there. But there's always between games because, Coach, it's a double hitter tonight. The men are following the ladies tonight.
Tradition carries on to the second game.
I have to stop by between the ball games. Blount swinging it over, getting it down low.
Where it needs to be.
Wilder grabs the loose ball, goes into the lane with a runner.
See, very good. She should have pitched that ball. The girl was wide open that time.
Holder swings it over. Back to Wilder as they get into the hands of Alicia Dinkins. Her three's no good, but the ball remains with the Leopards with 18.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
And you know, Logan Perriman was again, she flashed to ball side. She was wide open. They've got to get her the ball in there. Without her getting the ball, there's no fouls inside. They're getting the ball inside down here. They're getting fouled inside.
Turnover on the play. Williamson running, filling the lane, and fouled on the play. Destiny Williams is fouled. Looks like that foul may be against Holder, Coach. It is.
Yeah.
I believe that's her second foul of the evening. So Blount with 2 players with 2 fouls, and we are 4.5 seconds remaining from starting the second quarter.
They've still got Logan Perriman in there that they need in there, and Denia and Torrey. They're both in there. They can bring them back, but they've got to get some good shots and quit fouling. This press is hurting them.
And that Williamson press is something else. So at the end of one quarter, Williamson on top 13-6. We'll be back with more hardwood action. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, our statistician China Powell on the campus of Blount High School for the first ever MCPSS broadcast of high school football, Coach. And I love it. We're starting off with the ladies tonight.
We're starting out with the ladies. Every time I turn around and look around, this place is getting fuller and fuller.
I told you, Coach, just stay right there. It's going to warm up. That's why they had that air conditioning on when we walked in.
It will do that. It will do that. But what a great atmosphere. If you're looking to see some good high school basketball, come on out to Blount High School. There'll be room for you. They'll squeeze them in.
Williamson on top 13-6 after 1 quarter. And early foul trouble for a couple of the Blount Lepers. Denia Torrey with 2 and Lauren Holder with 2 as well. And Williamson, Tania Smith has 2 fouls. Let's take a look at some of the replays. There's a 3 that was hit by My Allen early on in the first quarter. And here's another one coming up here. Thanks to our man Charles in the truck for hooking us up with the replays as they work this ball across the floor, Coach. And there it is, bam, right in your face.
If she's open, if she has a hair of distance, that thing's going up.
Starting off the second quarter here,
Needs some good defense by Blount, and then some good shots down at the other end.
Working it down low to Johnson, and she is fouled by Logan Perriman. And Perriman can't believe it.
Yeah, she can't get in foul trouble. Perriman cannot get in foul trouble. They need her on the court, and they need to get her the ball.
Johnson is a 42% free throw shooter. And she gets a little help from the iron right there to get the first one in.
You know, if you're a coach, she does something that you don't like to see. When she shoots it, she takes that step back. They want you to stay on that line.
Second one is off. Perriman grabs the rebound. Blount pushing it up. They have the numbers.
Nice.
Going down low. Shot no good. Williamson with that rebound. Pushing it back up the floor. Looks like My Allen fouled on the play.
Yeah. To Maya Allen, I think they're going to call a charge on her. I think they're going to.
Zykeria Ross down right now.
I couldn't see if she was there for the charge, but yeah, I think they did call a charge.
Yeah, they called that on Natalie Harris Hickbottom. That's her first foul.
But that's good to
look
see.
At Ross. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, that's good to see that, you know, Blount is still hanging in there. They're doing the right things. They're trying to take charges, get good shots, and take care of the ball as Blount's got to do. And as far as Williamson, they got to keep putting the pressure on him.
Ross getting checked out by the trainer. There's a shot right there of head coach Edmund Wilder's third year at Blount. He has a 27-34 record for a 447 winning percentage. He also coached the Davidson boys a couple years ago from 2015 to 2019. Look at him working.
Isn't that nice?
There you go,
nice
Coach.
Gesture.
Taking her right off the floor. So it's more than just coaching here at the high school level. You got to be a teacher and you got to care as well.
You got to care. Got to care. Let's see if that does something to Blount to get them fired up to get back into this game. They don't want to get this score out of halter too much here. They need to make a couple quick buckets.
So correction there, that foul on Zykeria Ross, that's her first.
Tamaya Allen, she really has a nice shot. She don't mind shooting the threes, and her free throw shooting is really nice as she misses that one.
Yeah, we jinxed her, Coach. I was just about to say, she's a 63% free throw shooter. We're going to have to be quiet. Look at that steal by Shadanya Johnson. And they go right back to My Allen off the rim. Can't get the bucket back in. It's Blount's ball.
It's really surprising that I think that Williamson is dominating the boards.
So correction, it is Williamson's basketball as the officials get together and talk it out. We don't have instant replay here. It's not like football, Coach.
There she goes again.
And there's a three from My Allen. Traveling on the play. And Williamson's going to get the ball right back.
This is liable to get nasty here after a while, but Blount's just got to slow down, take their time, take a big breath, and stay in this game.
As we said, Williamson comes in on a 5-game winning streak. Lepers trying to end their losing streak and get a win as they lost Friday night to Baldwin County and last week to UMS Wright. Shadanya Johnson is fouled on the play.
Shadonna John, I'm really surprised that they're not going into her more, but they're starting to, and she's living on the free throw line. If she makes her free throw, she's going to have a big night tonight.
That foul by Alicia Dinkins. That's her first.
See how she steps back? Most coaches don't like that.
Right.
9 times out of 10 when you do that, you're going to shoot the ball short. Or maybe 8
Austin.
times out of 10.
Maybe.
Depends on which coach you are.
Janika Austin checks back in for Williamson.
Oh, this is great. I love it, Al. This is what it's all about for these youth here in town, boys and girls. There's some very good teams in this town. There's some very good players, young players, 5th, 6th, 7th graders coming up. To see this on TV is really going to be great for them.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us, Coach. You know, you've been the Jaguars coach twice here, and I had a chance to, as a student at South Alabama, as you was coaching, and then later on when you came back as well. So, you know, you're just as integrated into the community as I am, I can say, because for some, I'm not going to say you're retired, but for the things you do, we're glad that you're doing them right here in our town rather than someone else. Look at it like that.
Mobile's been a great town for myself and my family. We really enjoy it here. Daughter and grandkids live across the bay, so
yeah,
we're here.
Johnson misses both of them there, Coach. So possession arrow ties up. It's going to be Blount's ball.
When you're being pressed, you want to dribble not into a trap, but you want to make them think you're going to go, then pitch back and shift the zone. They're just going right into the trap. You can't do that with 2 people being there. We got to get Perriman into the. She needs to flash harder than that.
Leopards down 12 right now, trying to find some type of semblance on offense as Wilder drives in. Shot is blocked by Shadonia Johnson. Johnson stands 6 feet even. She's a junior.
See, when Micaiah drove that time, Perriman was wide open at the free throw line. You got to see that. And another turnover.
Turnover on the play.
Yeah. Between turnovers and fouls, boy, it's condemning the Blount Leopards.
Leopards trying to come up to the timeline to put some pressure as Williamson swings the ball over. That's a 3, and it's good by Janika Austin.
Yeah. Williamson is in their comfort zone now. Everything's going their way. You can't. Blount keeps trying to dribble through the full court press, and it's not working.
Foul on the play committed by Mama Allen. That's her 2nd foul. We have 21-6 as our score, and here in the gym they have it at 20-6, so we'll try to get a score check here shortly.
See how they just dribbled into that trap?
Right
They've
into it.
to be able to get out of it or get by it. They can't dribble right into it.
That foul on Janika Austin. That's her 2nd. Blount shooting 1 and 1 here.
Coach Wilder is going to have to probably bring back 1 or 2 of the girls that have 2 fouls on them, because the other ones are starting to get up to 2 and 3 fouls also.
Well, no, it's not time for 1 and 1 yet. Just 16 fouls. On the next foul, they're going to the bonus. That shot no good for Crawford. Williamson with the rebound, pushing it up the floor and scoring. Destiny Williams, that was her destiny to get that layup as she puts it in, and we are correct on our score, 22-6. Williamson in control all over the Lady Leopards tonight. Early foul trouble for 2 of their players. Denia Torrey and Lauren Holder, both on the bench with 2 fouls early in the contest, Coach.
You know what? They did a good job of breaking the press. They just didn't finish down at the end. Good for them.
Johnson swings it over.
Tanaya passing the ball. Don't hold it. Move that zone.
In high school, there is no shot clock. They're keeping the ball active and moving it in for 3 from number 3, Janika Austin, as she buries it from downtown. 25-6, Williamson all in control.
They're in their comfort zone. They're feeling good about themselves right now. See, there's no movement against that zone. They're holding the ball too much. Nice. Good.
Foul committed down low.
That's where you beat a zone, get the ball into the middle. If it's covered, then pass back out for the 3.
That foul on Ulethea Purdue. That's going to put Logan Perriman on the line shooting 2. Coach, when I called the Williamson game against LaFleur on Saturday night, they didn't really come out and with their 2-3 defense until the second half, and you could almost see a turnaround because Williamson was only up by 1 point over LaFleur, 4 at halftime.
Right.
But now they're working it early here against the Blount Leopards tonight.
They did the same thing over at St. Paul's, and it worked actually that night. They wound up playing their press, didn't hurt them as much, but I thought they would have come out in their press earlier during that game.
Coach Holder calls a timeout right here to let his Lady Leopards get a break. I think this might be a full timeout.
I know both coaches, this is such a big rivalry. Both coaches want this to be. If you always want to win, but you want to have a good game.
That's right.
And that's the most important thing, where your kids feel good about them. If they get beat, they get beat close. If you win big, and you feel good about yourself.
Well, one thing kids are going to be feeling good. Mark your calendar. Students are out December 20th for Christmas and New Year's break, and they don't return until January 5th, not January 4th. That's a teacher work day, but send the kids back on January 5th. They are headed your way, parents, so get yourself ready for the next 2.5 weeks, Coach.
Are they back in school?
No.
Are they in school? Good for them. Why didn't I wish that would have happened when I was going to school.
I know, we didn't get that much time off.
Move the ball.
Coach Wilder looking for something to get
man-to-man. They've gone to man-to-man now.
To get his team going, to get back into this ball game. Trying to get down low to Johnson. Ball tipped out of bounds. It still remains with the Lions.
Might have stayed a little bit too long in that zone. You're right, Al. The man-to-man, it seems like it's getting them moving better. That zone, you have a tendency. Here we go.
That one's headed our way, Coach.
Be careful. Be careful. Good effort.
That one came right at us. Destiny
Screen
Williams.
took a charge.
Good reaction time, Coach. And China Powell right there. She coaches for Scarborough. She was Johnny on the spot helping us out. Not only doing stats, but in first recovery mode here.
Well, let's see if that man-to-man will do something for him on offense, too. Move the ball. There she is.
Down low to Perriman. Wilder gives up the shot, but she decides to go with the runner instead. No good. And another rebound for the Williamson Lions.
Got to get back and play pressure man-to-man again and get moving.
4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk to the Mobile County Public School System's athletic director, Mr. Brad Lowell, as Johnson shoots that one from the top of the key, no good. And also get a chance to talk with both of these coaches going into the locker room and coming out as well.
See, that time they had an advantage and didn't take care of it. If she would have drove, Micaiah was in the corner ready for the shot, the open shot.
Blount could not get that one completed as they are now working the ball across the floor. Micaiah Wilder, she's the coach's daughter.
She's not hard to find, is she?
No, sir, not at
hair.
all. Here's a long three by Zykeria Ross. It is off the back of the iron as Johnson hauls it down. She's looking to get it to Williams. Doesn't have the numbers, but she gets it down anyway. No foul on the play. They're letting them play, Coach.
Yeah, they are.
And I think that's a travel. We can see that from our table here. Turnover to the Leopards.
But you know what? Both teams now have got a good effort going. Don't think for a second just because it's 26-7 that Blount's giving up. They're fighting. They're battling. That man-to-man, I think, is going to help them.
Harris Hickbottom checking back in for the Lions. She's a 5'9" senior, averaging about 5.2 points per game. Blount gets it down to Perriman as she drives the lane. Fouled by Shadanya Johnson, so she'll head to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, she's taking the ball. They're getting the ball to her in the right spot. But, you know, you always want to finish those kind. You're right underneath there, especially what the score is. She got to make these free throws. That's one of their weaknesses at Blount. They're only shooting 61% from the free throw line.
Perriman drains the first one. Misses the second one as Ulethea Purdue grabs the rebound. Tania Smith gets it back out to Destiny Williams, but not before a foul is called.
truthfully, about the last 4 times they've been down the court, they're just penetrating and getting fouled and going to the free throw line.
That foul on Lauren Holden, Coach, that's her third foul with 2:54 left in the first half. So we may not see her for a long time.
If this keeps up with the fouling for Blount, they might have to go to the zone to stop fouling.
Tanaya Smith, she's only an 11% free throw shooter. Doesn't shoot very much, 11%. And she missed both of those. She hasn't shot very many free throws this season. And travels right there, turns over to Blount.
Is that down to 10%?
It may be now. She was 1 for 9 heading to the stripe right there.
Free throws is something that's mind over matter. You got to get in that gym and shoot that thing the same way and concentrate like you're winning the state championship every one you shoot.
Yeah, people often joke about it, say it's a free throw, but it's a lot of mind into that. And boy, not much mind but body from Shadanya Johnson as she blocks Micaiah Wilder.
She's got to get that shot off quicker. She took one dribble and then shot it.
Williamson working the ball over. Harris Hickbottom drives in, but her shot's blocked by Pyramid.
Take care of the ball.
Driving in for the Lady Leopards. Cannot get it. Amelia Richard, and a foul committed on the play.
Pyramid.
And that's a charge.
Yeah, I think they got Pyramid for going over the back.
Oh, okay, over the back. That's her second one.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I'm talking about. There's going to be hard fouls that you're going. She was competing then. Those reaching fouls are the ones that put you on the bench.
Looks like an official's timeout, possibly, as she's going to discuss with one of the other officials there. Matter of fact, let's take a look at who's on the court. The Stripes call tonight: Melissa Clark, Howard Dean Sr., and Chris Williams.
2 shots.
So a foul was called on the play.
It's away from the ball, so something was going on away from the ball.
Let's see who they attribute that foul to. Well, I believe that's the foul from Pyramid on the other end, Coach.
Oh yeah,
that's what it is. Because they're in the double bonus.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So they walked it down at the other end,
right.
And official Melissa Clark realized they needed to be shooting. So that's why Purdue's at the line shooting.
They ought to put some time back on the clock.
Because some time did run off,
Yeah.
and look at there, Williamson gets the carom off the rebound. As we are under 2 minutes here for our first ever broadcast of high school basketball and girls basketball at that. Johnson way outside of her range. She's normally not up that high.
They're spreading the court now, taking time off the clock.
And just when you say that, Coach, they commit a turnover. Yeah. Here comes Amelia Richard running coast to coast.
See,
and she
nice
goes
shot.
to the hole.
She was open in a corner, too, where she could have pitched it. Good finish. Good finish. Hopefully they'll get a little run here and get going for the second half.
And Blount is in double figures, finally down 16 here with 1:13 remaining.
Don't foul, girls.
Down low to Destiny Williams. And you can see Coach Wilder over there telling them no foul, no foul.
And on the other end, Coach Holly going, bring it out, bring the ball out. A lot of coaching going on.
And there's the foul right there. And we're actually going the other way. They're going to call a charge on Natalie Harris Hickbottom. So she picks up her first foul.
Tell you what, as it gets closer, some of these girls need to be taken out if they already got 2 or 3 fouls on them.
Here's Wilder for 3, and she is off.
Yeah.
Maybe thought one more quick second before releasing that one. Look for another pass opportunity. Down low to Johnson. As she goes up and under, and no good as she is stripped. Pyramid with the ball. She kicks it out to Wilder. Little head fake from Wilder, and she gets it off the glass. Nice play by
for young kids
Wilder.
To watch that, the ball fake, get them up in the air, then drive by. Very good executed. She might have learned that in the classroom.
She may have. Fouled on the play, down low. It might be Logan Perriman. Let's see. So that is on Perriman. That's our third, Coach.
That ain't good.
So
That's
Blount
not
with
good.
two players with 3, Lauren Holder and Logan Perriman with both with 3 fouls. That may be something we'll have to talk to Coach Wilder about at halftime. We're hopefully going to have him over as he goes into the locker room to chat with us for a moment before he goes in.
Might have needed to substitute for her with having 2 for try and get her on offense and take her out on defense. We're having 2 fouls.
Yeah, the one thing that did hurt with the Leopards with Torrey and Holder picking up 2 so early on, especially Torrey had to pull her out real early.
Yeah, that should have been over the back. You know, the one thing that coaches want from officials, just be consistent. If you're not going to call a foul unless there's a bone showing, be consistent. If you're a little tap and you call it, be consistent. Oh, man.
Turnover as they tried to get it to Wild in the corner.
I think that lady on the front row over there caught that one.
I believe she did.
Might have been second row.
Clock running down here, and Williamson on top, 27-12. That would have counted if it had went in. So there's your first half score, 27-12. As we try to get Coach Edmund Wilder over here and chat with him for a moment about his team's first half performance here. We'll get him set up with us.
Coach, one of the things that I wanted to visit with you, what's going to be your plan coming out the second half? You've got some of your key players in foul trouble. What are you going to come out man, zone? What do you think?
We're going to have to mix it up, Coach. We're going to have to come out, play defense with our feet, get back in transition, stop hanging up here, reaching out the ball 94 feet away from the goal. Got to be more disciplined. Right now, that's what's hurting us. We're putting ourselves in trouble because we keep fouling and jumping. We don't teach jumping block shots, we teach wall off. I gotta get in there and get my girls to understand. You play defense by moving your feet and then come out. Now to keep my girls out of foul trouble, dead balls offensively, have them on the court. Anytime we can stop the ball, get it dead, get somebody in, play defense and keep swapping me in and out. And hopefully we can get out of this game, get back in it. We only down 15, look like here. That's not a deep hole. We can climb back in it, but we gotta be smart.
One of the things when I saw y'all play twice is your aggressiveness on the ability to rebound. Y'all are a very good rebounding team. But with foul trouble, how's it going to affect your game the second half?
We just got to keep putting the body on the body. We can't stop rebounding. Now, honestly, right here in the first half, we gave up some rebounds on the free throw line that we never should have gave up because we just stepping in and not stepping across and getting the body on the body. So if we can just calm down, stop worrying about the media, worried about the stands, and just play basketball. But all in all, it's good for Mobile. It's good for these kids to get this exposure like this. But the kids got to come out here and do the work.
All right, we appreciate it, Coach. Good luck in the second half. We're going to be back. We're going to bring you some more halftime. And also, we'll talk with the Mobile County Public School System Athletic Director, Mr. Brad Lowell. Don't move. It's Headed Your Way right here for the MCPSS High School Game of the Week.
If you look at the numbers, Mobile County Public Schools is making great strides. With more than 53,000 students, 7,000 employees, and 90 schools, we are consistently increasing our four-year graduation rate and our first-class pre-K program. We continue to strive for national recognition and continue to prepare our students for the global workforce. And we do all of this with one goal in mind, to equip and empower college and career-ready graduates. Mobile County Public Schools. We're learning today, leading tomorrow.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the campus of Mattie T. Blount High School for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. I am Al Wheaton, joined by the Athletic Director from Mobile County Public Schools, Brad Lowell. Brad, how excited are you? We are broadcasting basketball for the first time.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, it's an exciting time,
Yeah.
and we're excited to showcase our athletes now in basketball, girls and boys. And tradition here is so strong in basketball, and so I'm excited to get these guys on TV and really showcase the talent that we have in Mobile County Public Schools.
And I love the fact we're kicking it off with the women first, and then the men are second. But it's really huge because we know basketball is huge in the area, from the church leagues to the rec league to outside of schools. But the fact that we're showing women first, and the past year or two, it's been like huge for women. So this is really big to start off with the girls.
Well, we have a lot of strong women basketball teams.
Yeah.
And, many years that we usually have a team or two that will go a long way in the playoffs.
Right.
And same with boys. In basketball, traditionally here, we have a lot of good coaches. We have a lot of good basketball teams.
Correct.
And, just look at tonight, the talent that's on the court. And we're just excited that you guys are able to come out here and do what you do and expand, transitioning from football now to basketball.
Yeah.
And being able to showcase not only the boys team, but the girls team. And it's an exciting time for us.
It is really huge. We're talking with the Systems Athletic Director, Brad Lowell. And before the game, and I made mention to Coach Harris, I couldn't believe it that Coach Holly, she's been coaching 22 years. She doesn't look over 22, man. My goodness.
No, she does a great job, phenomenal job. And like I mentioned earlier, we could sit here and name all the coaches that have been through here, but she's just one of many that really, traditionally have built really good programs. And again, I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a good run this year in the playoffs.
Absolutely, on the 5-game winning streak right now.
That's
Speaking of winning, Coach, I couldn't let you get out of here. I'm calling you Coach. I know you used to coach. Talk about the Viger Wolves in that state championship. How huge was that for our area down here?
Anytime a blue map comes down back to Mobile County, it's really an exciting time, and I'm very proud of Viger High School, the administration there, Coach McKenzie, his staff, the players, the community. It was such a big deal. It was such a awesome season for them. The things that they endured throughout the season.
Correct.
And still fought through adversity, put themselves in a position to come back with the blue map, and they did it.
Yeah, they did. They brought it home. So we appreciate the opportunity that they had to go to state, and maybe one of these teams may get to go to that, what is it called, the Final 48,
That's
or
right.
I believe
That's
so.
right. That's right.
So we appreciate you stopping by, Brad.
Yeah, same here. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, no doubt about it. We're going to take a break and come back, and hopefully we'll be talking with Tanika Roberson-Holly, the head coach for the Williamson Lions. You're watching the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week.
If you're looking for fun, fashionable, and affordable jewelry, it's here. It's Paparazzi. We have a variety of colors and styles of bracelets, rings, necklaces, and earrings for all occasions and for every event. New styles are added daily, which means you are always up to date with the latest fashion. For that genuine bling, join me, Charmaine Watson, the real jewelry lady, on Facebook Live Sunday through Thursday at 7 p.m. It's cute, it's fun, it's fashion, it's $5, it's Paparazzi.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
We welcome you back to the campus of Manatee Blount High School for our first ever MCPSS high school basketball game of the week. Al Whedon, Coach Raniero, and the Williamson's Ladies Lions head coach Tanika Roberson-Holly. Coach, we appreciate you stopping by to talk with us. You're in a commanding lead right now, 27-12. What'd you talk to your team about in the locker room?
We just told them this time, don't let up. We try to keep up the pace. We didn't need to come out hold of the second half. We just need to try to keep up the pace because we know they're going to make a run.
I got you.
One of the things that they do well, because I've seen Blount play twice, is they're a very good rebounding team. Y'all are beating them 4-1 on the boards. How have you gotten them to be able to do that against a very good rebounding team?
Well, we're focusing on number 21. We're trying to make sure that they block her out, but she is a great athlete. So they're kind of focusing on her and making sure that they're blocking her out.
All right, second half. All right, Coach, got about a minute left. We appreciate you stopping by to talk with us, all right? Good luck in the second half. All right, Coach, there it is right there. Coach Era, as we got to talk to Coach Holly about her plans moving into the second half as we are less than 1 minute away from the third quarter kicking off. Taking a look at fouls here for the Blount Lady Leopards. They have Lauren Holder with 3, Logan Pearman with 3, Zakiria Ross with 1, and Denaya Torrey with 2. For the Williamson Lady Lions, Tanaya Smith has 2, Mama Allen with 2, Janika Austin with 2, and Harris Hickbottom and Shadanya Johnson both have 1. So we'll see what adjustments Coach Wilder's going to make working in the floor here with who he's going to bring on the floor, who may be in foul trouble, Coach.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But if you look at those stats, again, it's amazing to me. I would have never thought that Williamson would be beating them so bad on the boards. It's like 4-1.
Yeah, if we get a chance, we'll try to get the stats up for you right quick with Williamson on top 27-12. If we can work those in, look at some of the numbers that China Powell has put together for us here to give you an idea of what we're talking about.
That stat right there with Logan Perryman having 3 fouls.
That's huge.
That's major, major, major.
And Perryman not on the floor right now, as a matter of fact.
I'm anxious to see what they're going to come out, what kind of energy that Blount's going to come out with.
Taking our first look at Carlnesia Harris Porter, number 24 for the Leopards, as she's in the ball game, a 5'7" center. And they put on Shadanya Johnson, who launches one from the top of the key.
And that's not her.
That's not her range, Coach.
That's not her.
And put back in by Natalie Harris Hickbottom as they steal the ball. And Williamson gets a quick score to start off the third quarter, up 29-12 right now. Yeah. Another steal, Destiny Williams.
That's 2 turnovers within 30 seconds.
Looks like that foul committed by Amiria Richard. Here are the stats, Coach. Field goals, as you look right there on the screen. Williamson 4 for 16. Blount 5 for 17 from the floor. But look at the threes right there. 5 for 10 for Williamson and 0 for 8 for Blount. That's huge.
Yeah. Rebounds 15-6.
As the Lady Lions were wiping the glass clean there in the first half. Great job by China Power, our statistician tonight, helping us out right here at the table. Williamson versus Blount. This is an out-and-area ball game, but as you say right off the top, Coach, the tradition of this rivalry goes back years, traveling on the play. So even though one team 6A, 4A, they're still rivals when you get down to it.
When it gets down to these two playing, those classifications go out the window. They want to win.
And speaking of winning, Coach Wilder puts Holder back in the ball game with 3 fouls here, so she's going to inbounds this ball here for the Blount Lady Leopards.
They've got to do something to be able to take care of the ball.
So Perryman will sit, but he'll roll the dice and bring in Holder.
That's a nice break.
As they break the press right there, but lose the ball. Look who's pushing it up the floor, Shadanya Johnson. Coach Holly told us her son refers to her as Big Bird, Coach. She said it reminds her of Big Bird from Sesame Street. But she's doing big things tonight for the Lions. Swinging that ball out to Destiny Williams. They are good ball movement right here for Williamson.
Tamalia Allen, to me, is having a really good game. She's doing some good things.
That ball caroms off, rebound by Blount, moving it up the floor. Zykeria Ross. She decides to take a three and drains it from way downtown. A three for Zykeria Ross.
Let's see if that gets them going. They need some energy from somewhere.
Yeah, some type of pop to get them going.
Anything. That blood's been drained from them. They got to get some blood back.
Picks up her dribble. Janika Austin hands it over to Williams.
This is the most that I've seen Shadonia coming outside. Generally, she hangs around the goal there. Very nice cut underneath.
Count the basket for Janika Austin as she is fouled on the play.
I tell you what, they're executing really well against the man-to-man. That was a shuffle cut low and wide open, and they hit her.
That's Holder's fourth foul, Coach. So Coach Wilder's gonna have to pull her back to the bench.
Yeah. I know it's frustrating for Coach Holder because he wants to do good for the girls.
Right. Ironically, he mentioned about the nervousness maybe because of the lights and the cameras today. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I think he said you. You
I think
made him nervous.
but you know, that's something to think about with especially for the girls, for the women here, Coach. They don't really get the lights and the action like the guys do a majority of the time.
Right.
So that could be having an effect. Carnesia Harris Porter scores down low. She's definitely getting her time in right now and gets into the stat book. Nice little dump down pass. Porter grabs the rebound and she is fouled. Looks like Shadonia Johnson may have gotten her.
Tell you what, Carnesia, she's gotten in and done some good things. She's just got these out here on the court right now has got to slow down and give some solid playing time till those girls can come back on the court with the foul trouble.
And I believe we have a timeout, 30-second timeout. So while we have a timeout, we'll take a look at one of our Scholar Student of the Week. And this young lady is from LaFleur High School, Miss Nestle Poe. She's a junior with a GPA of 4.28 and looking to head to the University of Alabama at Birmingham to study biology and pursue a degree towards being an OBGYN. She also receives offers from Miles College, Millsap, Valdosta, and the University of Alabama, involved with a lot of community and volunteer activities along the Gulf Coast, like Feeding the Gulf Coast, local toy drives, and she supports the Ronald McDonald House as well. So one of our Scholar Student spotlights tonight, Miss Nestle Poe over at LaFleur High School. And we'll be featuring more throughout the rest of the evening. That foul called on Shadonia Johnson. That's her second one.
See, they're holding the ball too long in the middle. That thing's got to be shifted from one side to the other.
They finally get it across the timeline. Porter just tried to barrel her way over Johnson. No foul call, but traveling called right there on Amiria Richard. Yeah. So that'll turn it over. Back to Williamson.
They need her. I've seen when she played against Baker, she had a really good game. She needs to step it up.
Richard averages 6.5 points a ball game.
That's where they want the ball.
Feeding it down low to Shadonia Johnson. Rebound grab by Harris Porter. And she is fouled. I wonder if that's going on Johnson again.
Yeah. How many times do you see somebody miss an easy shot and then whack? They go foul somebody through frustration. See, that's one of those ones that gets you to the bench with too many fouls.
And that foul does go against Johnson, but traveling for the Lady Leopards, they turn it over. Johnson's going to take a seat. They're going to bring in Ulethea Purdue. Got to watch out for her. She's a lefty. Haven't really called her name too much tonight. She played very well Saturday when I saw her against LaFleur. And she ran the point for the Williamson Lady Lions. And a foul committed by Blount. I believe that'll be on Amiria Richard, her second one.
That one almost hit the ceiling.
It is.
She put enough arc on that one.
So that last foul, they actually called it on Denia Torrey. That's her third. Blount gets over the timeline.
Take your time.
Down 17 here in the third quarter.
Good.
Hands up, defense, hands up.
Way to pull the ball back out.
Good. Zacharias setting them up, running.
Ball saved by Porter. And Blount does recover. And a foul committed. Looks like on Destiny Williams.
Yep.
That's her first one.
If they can get, if Blount gets the ball in number 3's hands, Tori, she can go. I mean, there's not anybody out there any quicker, and then pitch to the open person or get to the hole.
There's a three right there launched by Zykeria Ross. Leopards get the rebound. And who comes out with it? Janika Austin, but it is stolen right back. Pass, shot no good. Allen works the ball across the timeline. As they're trying to go down low to Ulithia Purdue, who's playing center right now.
They're doing a really good job. Coach Holly does a really good job of getting her girls to run the offense, and when I say that, they turn the ball over.
And a double dribble
But
right there. Called
everybody
against
was still moving to where they were supposed to be.
It's
She just
funny.
forgot she dribbled once.
It's tough for us to be quiet, Coach, but when we talk, bad things happen for some reason. Logan Perriman checks in. She has 3 fouls. And that's going to be a traveling right in front of us by Zykeria Ross. He took the extra step when she didn't need to.
See, when they reverse the ball here, somebody's got to be in the middle to hit the middle and go to the backside, and we're off to the races.
Another substitution for Blount. Trinity Crawford comes back into the ball game. And you're right, Coach Arrow, the crowd continuing to grow.
Comes in. We're going to have a packed house.
As we're getting closer to the men, it's a double hitter tonight for the MCPSS TV network. Double dribble call once again against Williamson, and that is the order of the day. Up next, we'll broadcast the men as well. So a day of first here, but kicking it off with 2 back-to-back for us. Coach, they're getting all the work out of us today, man. We got to work 2 games, and it's a
time
Tuesday.
and a half, don't we?
We're
Get time
going to
and a
have to get something. They're letting the kids out of school in a couple of days, so we need to talk to Miss Diane in the truck and get us something. How about that?
Did they ever go back to school?
Yeah, they went back.
They did? Okay, all right.
They went back. I picked my twins up today. They were excited because they have 2 days remaining. And you could see that one telegraphed as it was going to Miria Richard.
Even though she telegraphed it, they're reversing the ball side to side. They're just they're not trying to dribble through the full court press. That doesn't work. It never has worked and still won't work.
Didn't work for Williamson as Ulithia Purdue picked up her 2nd personal foul.
Pass that ball.
Blount passing it over, trying to look for the open person. Down 17 here. That's a backcourt violation as they lose that ball. Williamson pretty much in control here. I'm going to say, Coach, compared to the first 2 quarters, kind of a sloppily played 3rd quarter so far for the Lady Lions. They really exerted in the 2nd quarter, but things kind of out of sync right now for Williamson.
Yeah, Williamson Lions, they played so well the first half, and now, you know, they're not playing up to the caliber that they did, and it looks sloppy. So, you know, both teams need to just take a big breath and go back to what they do best. And Blount just they've got to really, but they've put themselves in such a hole. It's hard to press, it's hard to zone. They got to play catch-up ball.
Micaiah Wilder picks up her first foul.
Tell you what, while they're shooting free throws here, if you want to see a good basketball game for women, go over Monday night and see Davidson at UMS. Davidson has got a really good team. I think they're the only team here that's undefeated. They're 13-0. And UMS is very good also.
And I heard, UMS is just tearing down the nets over there.
You talk about a team that can shoot. They can really shoot the ball.
Traveling called on the play. I had to do a quick check. That's Wilder's 2nd foul, actually. Harris Hickbottom passing it over to Mama Allen. Wilder with some defense there. Blount has to do something. Back out to
very patient.
Purdue. And very patient, just working the ball across the court, taking their time.
They're going to take what they want to get.
And pretty much a loose ball right there, and it goes over to Blount on the turnover.
Sort of thought she got fouled a little bit on the way, on her journey to the hole.
I think she thought she did.
She carried 2 of Blount with her.
Logan Pierman checks back in for the Blount Leopards.
See, they're not making it move from one side to the other. They're keeping it on one side. Nice pass.
Down low.
Great
Crawford
effort.
And blocked by Harris Hickbottom.
I mean, she came from the other side of the gym to block that shot. Great effort. Great effort.
Take a look at the replay right there. Here it is. Good job. Charles in the truck giving us the replay. Still Blount ball.
Get it inside.
They're looking for that 3. And they get it from Zykeria Ross as she hits for 3.
Downtown Ross.
The lead is now 15, and we're under a minute to play in the third quarter.
2 or 3 stops and good execution on offense and get right back into it.
I know Coach Wilder wanted to be a bit closer into that lead as he wanted to whittle it down some. Foul on the play. Looks like they're going to give that one to Trinity Crawford. Should be her second foul. Foul on the floor. Blount with 5 team fouls and Williamson with 4 right now.
Tamala Allen has really played an exceptional game. She set people up. She scored when she had to. She's strong with the ball.
Ball movement by the Williamson Lady Lions, and Shania Mitchell scores down low off the glass. Blount trying to break the press here, and they lose it.
See, again, they're trying to break it through the dribble, and you're not going to break a press through the dribble.
You just talked about Mama Allen as she scores that quick layup, extends the lead to 19. So at the end of 3, it's 39-20. Williamson all in control right here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. We're going to take a break and come back and bring you more action. Don't you move.
My name is Harshini. I'm a junior at Davidson High School, and after graduation, I plan on pursuing a career in dermatology. Currently, I'm taking science classes such as AP Chemistry, Biology, and Human Anatomy, which will help me pursue my career. I feel as though Mobile County is preparing me for my career choice in that they provide rigorous classes that help me think further beyond just what I'm learning. I'm Harshini Cannon, a junior at Davidson High School, and I'm learning today so I can be a leader tomorrow.
This is a program for any middle school student who's actually behind. This opportunity offers kids a chance to do 2 grades in 1 year.
If it wasn't for Star Academy, I would still be in 8th grade and probably still struggling.
We are one-on-one. We have small classrooms, and we're able to give students that personal touch, that personal attention.
I know I'm coming to see good teachers, good attitude, and also they're here to teach us what we need to learn.
We welcome you back to the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. Al Wheaton, Coach Ronnie Arrow, statistician China Powell, Williamson on top, 39-20. What were you saying before the break there, Coach?
Wherever you have a really good team like Davidson, you have a really good player. Kelsey Thompson plays for Davidson.
Okay.
She could play for the guys. She's averaging 28 points a game, just signed with the University of South Alabama. I tell you what, Coach Fowler at South got a heck of a player.
That's huge right there.
Yep.
Wow. So that's going to be Monday night, Davidson.
Monday night at UMS. If you like women's basketball, this is going to be a really, really good game.
Right now, Blount down 19 points. As you can see, Coach Wilder over there to the top left doing his best coaching job that he can do. Blount is 3-2 at home. They had back-to-back losses earlier in the season to Jackson and Baker. And their last home win was a week ago against Baker. Coach, I believe you were here for that rematch and watched them. So you've literally seen them 7 days apart.
Yeah, I've seen both of them. And, you know, I thought Perriman, if she wouldn't have gotten in foul trouble, she started thinking too much rather than reacting. And being in foul trouble, that'll do it for you.
Yeah.
But she had 19 points and 15 rebounds against Baker, who has a nice team.
Blount gets it across the timeline.
Oh.
There's Perriman as we talked her up, and she is fouled as she's trying to go to the basket.
She's got to make those free throws.
She goes to the line. That foul on Shania Mitchell, her first. So Perriman will be shooting 2.
We'll see if they come back out, make this one, come back out with a press. But this young lady has got to stay out of foul trouble.
She is the Lady Leopards' leading scorer with 13.5 points per game, averages 7 rebounds as well. But you're right, with her getting into that early foul trouble, it definitely hampered things.
Yeah, here they come with their press.
Quick timeout called by Coach Edmund Wilder. This is a full timeout. So we'll take a quick break and come back for more action for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week. There's a shot of Shadanya Johnson as she has been cleaning the glass tonight, averages 12 points per game. She's having a great ball game tonight for the Williamson Lions as they are on top 39-22 here for the MCPSS High School Basketball Game of the Week, featuring the women up first, Coach.
We got South Alabama playing tonight also. They're playing Tarleton University. Billy Gillespie is coaching Tarleton now. That was at Kentucky and Texas
Coach
A&M.
Billy Gillespie, yeah.
Richie's after, I think, the ninth win in a row. That put them, I think, 9-2.
Traveling on the play, so that ball will go back to the Leopards. As Lauren Holder checks in, she has 4 fouls, Coach. So at 7:01, Holder comes back into the ball game with her 4th foul. Let's see how this plays out. Coach Wilder knows he has to get something, so he has Holder on the floor and Perriman as well.
See, they got the ball to the middle, got the ball down the court, set up. Very good.
Working it back over to Wilder as she tries to get down to Perriman. They go back outside again. Holder with the ball. Here's a shot right there and drains the 3. Lauren Holder. Big shot right there for the Blount Leopards.
Hopefully they'll put some spark in them. Get a couple stops here and there.
Destiny Williams loses control as the Leopards were all over her, but they garner it back.
Get on the floor.
Another loose ball and a loose ball foul committed right there by Micaiah Wilder. I know she wants that one back.
Yeah, you hate to see that was a weak foul. You know, if you're gonna call them when a bone's showing, do it the whole game. You know, if not, don't call the little picky pack fouls.
That's the 3rd foul on Wilder. Away from the ball. Looks like a
got another opportunity.
Called on Williamson. Called that one on Ulethea Purdue. That's her 3rd.
I really liked what they did against Williamson's press, put Perriman in the middle. Now she's over here. We'll see if they get somebody else in the middle, and they broke it very easily last time.
Getting a Holder to get her shirt tail in. That's something the officials want you to do. Tuck your
There you
shirt
go.
tail in. It even counts for the ladies as well as the men. Got to tuck your shirt tail in.
Come back.
Got to get it across the timeline here. Barely do. Back into the hands of Lauren Holder. She swings it over as they work it down low. Perryman with the shot. It's off. Rebound garnered by Williamson. Driving in for Williamson, Tania Smith.
That's a foul.
And who comes away with it? Lauren Holder with the rebound.
She's consistent. She's a warrior. She'll stick her nose in there and go after those balls.
Approaching 5 minutes left in the ball game. Blount down 14. Perryman with the rebound and drops it in.
Back to 12 points.
Blount going with the press here. Ball over Shadanya Johnson's head. She can't haul it in. Who's there for it? Perryman as she swings it to Holder.
Got to get somebody in the middle of that zone.
Ross backs out, gets it back over to Wilder. They're looking
Move
to
the
get
zone,
it.
don't hold it.
Looking to get it down low to Perryman, but she can't break through that zone, as you talked about it, Coach.
So you got to pass the ball. You can't be dribbling, holding the ball. Perryman's got to break to the ball. She's sort of walking to the ball.
And
She's got to break.
There's a 5-second call called against Blount. You just talked about it. You can't be holding the ball. You got to pass it. Checking in for the Leopards, number 10, Trinity Crawford, and number 3, Denia Torrey. Torrey with 3 fouls as well. So on the floor, you have Perryman with 3. They took Holder out of the ball game, maybe give her a break. She came in at 7:01. She does have 4 fouls.
Got to come up with those loose balls. If Blount's going to get back into this game, give themselves, they got to come up with those loose balls.
That was an opportunity, and Johnson loses it right there. And there's an opportunity for the Leopards to try to claw back in, down 12 here with 4:24 remaining in the contest. After this, we will have the Williamson versus the Blount boys up next. So it's a double hitter tonight for Coach Arrow and I. See which one of these fast food spots going to stay open late for us tonight, Coach, when we leave. I hadn't forgotten about that hospitality room between the game.
It's waiting for us.
Between the contest. Down low, Perryman. She swings it back out.
Nope.
Holder's in the game, and she puts it up. No good.
And the worst part about that was Perryman was wide open underneath the goal. When she's open, they got to get her the ball underneath there if they're going to have a chance to get back in this game.
Mama Allen brings it out.
Another opportunity.
She is called for carrying.
I hadn't seen that called in a long time.
You come to some of those JUCO games and you can see it. 30-second timeout called right here by Coach Robertson Holly. I think she wants to calm her troops down. The lead's been cut to 12. It was up to 19 at the end of the third quarter, Coach.
And I might also add, there's boys, girls, and boys and girls tournaments going to be going on over the Christmas break. If you're interested in basketball, where a lot of the local teams will be playing at UMS December 28th, 29th, and 30th, they'll have a very good roster of teams playing in that tournament.
Sure will. Matter of fact, for the Blount girls, they're going to travel to BC Rain this Friday. Then they're going to host Viger, and then they're playing in the Daphne Holiday Hoops Classic starting on the 27th. So there's a girls tournament you could check out as well as the one you just mentioned. So a lot will be taking place over the holidays. We're under 4 minutes. That ball lost by Lauren Holder. I know she wants that one back.
Yeah, she took her eye off the ball. Yep. She was already passing it before she caught it.
Just that quick. Checking back in for the Williamson Lady Lions, you have Janika Austin. Holder definitely wants that back. Pushing foul called against Blount. That's going to put Williamson into 1-1.
T. Allen has played an exceptional game tonight. She's handled the ball. She set people up. I can't say enough for her. If I was going to nominate a player of the game, she would be right there at the top as she misses her free throw.
We did it again, Coach. That's the third foul on Denia Torrey of Blount. On the tie-up, it's Blount's basketball, even though the possession arrow said, well, I believe it should be Williamson's ball. Now they changed the possession arrow. The possession arrow was saying, there we go, it is Williamson's ball, right.
If they keep guessing, they'll get it right
Yeah, they'll get
sooner
it
or
right.
later.
I'm looking at the arrow across the court there like it says Williamson. Down low to Shadanya Johnson. She pulls back from the drop step, and they just
Well, they're
clear it out.
passing the ball really well.
As they go back down low to Harris Hickbottom, and she is fouled on the play.
They have really, really executed their offense the whole night. I'm glad we're not keeping turnovers.
I'm with you. That
We'd
foul on Logan Pyramid, that's her Coach. That's her fourth foul. So Blount has 2 with 4 on the floor, Pyramid and Holder, as Harris Hickbottom sinks the first one off the glass.
Off the glass.
Hey, the glass is your friend. It's up there for a reason now. I mean,
do those count in Alabama?
You should use it. Oh, yeah, it
Okay.
sure
All
do.
right. Okay. She almost tried again.
The second one, no good. Williamson putting a little pressure, up 13, and another travel against the Blount Leopards. Wilder picks that foot up. You got to dribble first.
Yeah, and she was wide open. I mean, she could have shot that one.
Probably was undecided in what she wanted to do and chose the wrong move and got called for walking. 3:17 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Williamson on top by 13. Blount started the third quarter down by 19, but they haven't been able to get it within a single digit here.
And they've had their chances. You know, that's the thing about it. The last 4 or 5 times down the court, before that, they've had chances to get back in it.
Down low they go to Harris Hickbottom. She throws it up. Johnson throws her shot up. And they get the loose ball. Cross-court pass. Back down to Johnson again. That little drop step move. And she is fouled on the play. That might be Pyramid's 5th.
That's 5.
And I believe she is going to head to the bench, Coach.
Hate to see that because she's a better
That's her
player.
5th foul.
Yeah, she just stayed in foul trouble the whole game.
The leading scorer for the Leopards. So Johnson will go to the line shooting 2, checking in for Williamson. Ulethea Purdue. At the end of the ball game, we'll talk to the winning coach and also give you the end of the ball game statistics as we get ready for the men's game. There'll be a slight delay, so make sure you stay with us. We'll take a little break to let the men come out here and get warmed up, and Coach Aaron and I are going to try to take over the hospitality room if there's anything left.
They had it locked a while ago. It's safe.
See, here's the thing, Coach. You've never worked with the crew before, so I know how these guys operate. So it might be some crumbs in there.
They had it locked up. They knew we were coming.
Is that what it was? Foul called on Natalie Harris Hickbottom, her 2nd. At the line shooting for Blount, Denia Torrey. Torrey got into early foul trouble tonight. She had to take her time on the bench as well. Misses the first shot, and the rebound brought in by the Lions.
You know, again, one of the stats that Blount's not good at is free throws, and to try and catch up just at the free throw line is going to be tough.
Williamson just doing ball movement right now, basically playing keep away.
They've made 4 passes and the ball hadn't hit the ground yet. They're moving the defense and taking some time off the clock too.
Pretty much traveling called against Williamson doing that movement. Someone moved a little too much. Crowd continues to come on in for the next ball game that'll be taking place. Weaving her way down low and misses Amiria Richard. Fast break opportunity. My Allen, and my, she scores it again, Coach.
Yes. Are we giving player of the game? She's got my vote.
If I had a vote, I would agree with you. I don't know if my man Wade made a graphic for that one or not. We'll have to get that ready for the next ball game.
Oh.
Shadanya Johnson grabs the rebound, goes down low. So maybe we can see if we can grab her a wing out the hospitality room or a meatball or something. Fine effort tonight, young lady.
We're going to make up a player of the game. You know, the Al Ronnie Award.
Shadanya Johnson on the line.
See, she stepped back after she shot at that time. Still room if you're looking for a good high school game to come to.
It is. Great opportunity here. Our first ever high school broadcast for the MCPSS TV network. Love that we're starting off with the ladies tonight. Then we'll have the men afterwards. Checking in for Williamson, number 11, Danielle Moore. Coach Roberson-Howley hasn't cleared the bench yet, but she could if she chose to, up 45-27
it's time
over the
that
Leopards.
She can do that.
Nia Terry just kind of lofted that one up. No good, but a foul call down low.
The Alabama Gulf Coast High School report for this area has Blount number 5 in this area and Williamson number 7 in this area. So we've got the 5th and 7th place team in this area playing right around the corner tonight.
That's right. Third foul by Natalie Harris Hickbottom. Young man who's an official in the area, one of my good church members, good friend of mine, Rufus Hudson. He said, who you guys got to? I said, well, we got Williamson versus Blount. He said, yeah, you got a pretty good matchup going on. He said, girls and boys. I said, appreciate it.
When we get to that game, the 2 point guards in that game have got excellent opportunities to be able to go and play in college.
We're about a minute 20 away from witnessing that, Coach, because I can see across the way the young men are lining up to get ready to take out to the court to get warmed up for the next contest as Williamson grabs that rebound pretty much as they've done all night tonight and grabbed the lead and maintained it. Loose ball. Blount could not get going, and Williamson takes advantage of it. They are fouled on the play, I believe. Tania Smith fouled right there.
Well, it's just a shame that Blount got in early foul trouble to begin with. There's no doubt in my mind that this game would have been a lot closer. And the thing about it, Al, is as well as you know, during any break, like the Christmas break coming, you always want to win that last game. I think both of them still have 1 or 2 games left. But you want to go into Christmas having good games, get ready for the second part.
Speaking of that, Williamson, they're going to host Citronelle this Thursday. Then they are off for the holiday break. I didn't notice their schedule showing them on any tournaments or any classics coming up. So they have 1 more game, and then they are done. And as I said earlier, Blount, they're going to travel to BC Rain Friday, then host Viger, and they'll play in the Daphne Holiday Hoops Classic starting on December 27th. But the night belongs to the Williamson Lady Lions here in our first contest. As Amelia Richard drains it, she looks shocked as if it, like she was surprised it went in, Coach.
Got a little steal, scored again.
Sure did. Alicia Dinkins down low, picking up a couple points toward the end. Double dribble, that is Blount's ball. Williamson on top 45-31.
Well, they brought it back and kept it pretty respectable if it stays like this. Hopefully they can cut it a little bit more. Nice play.
Foul down low.
And I'll say this, the officials I think have been for the most part consistent. And again, that's all as a coach. When I coach, that's all I ask for. Just be consistent, especially when you're on the road.
That's right. Danielle Moore picks up her first foul. At the line shooting, Alana Gordon, 5'7" junior for the Lady Leopards. No, it's not the outcome Coach Wilder wanted tonight. Came in with a 2-game losing streak, and coming back home, you want to pick that win up.
Yeah, they'll wind up 7-6 after this game. They need to regroup.
All stolen, loose on the floor.
They still battling.
Blount comes up with it, yeah. They're tenacious toward the end. Still a live ball. We'll give credit to Dinkins on the basket right there. I'm sure that's something Coach Roberson Holly may not be too happy about toward the end. That ball is going to be out on Williamson as Amiria Richard got smart and threw it out on Destiny Williams.
And Destiny's played a good game tonight. She was very consistent, didn't try and do too much, got the rest of the players involved.
And the last shot is no good, so Williamson gets the win 45-33. We're going to try to effort to get an opportunity to talk with head coach Tanika Roberson-Holly of Williamson as they pick up their 6th game in a row. Their 6th win in a row. They came in on a 5-game winning streak. So we're going to make an effort to try to get her over here if possible. Great win tonight for Williamson, 45-33.
What's up, man?
Up next, we will have the men. It'll be Williamson versus Blount. Coach, I see you got your fan club here with you tonight. They got to remember you on the air, man. As we wait for Coach Holly to head this way. Her Williamson Lady Lions running behind us, very excited. Coach Holly checking with some of her assistants as they clear the bench area out. And the Williamson men take to the floor to get their practice going. Doesn't look like we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Holly. So up next, the men will be in action. We're going to take a short break, and we'll come back with Williamson versus Blount with the men. Don't move. This has been the first MCPSS High School basketball game of the week. Headed your way. One more.